Oh, we got a series on our hands here, folks. It's a best of 5, tied up now 1-1. The winner of this fights against Lilbo for what is possibly $2,500 for first place or $1,000 for second. Lots of cash on the line in this tournament. Sadly, we don't have anything cool like WCS points to offer, but we got good games, amazing players, and a pretty decent prize pool. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Spawning here in the bottom central portion of the map, though, in this semifinals match, playing for Team Liquid. Oh, I guess there's no sponsor thing. It is Liquid Mana.
In the top right, got our teal Terran player with nice defense in last game. Playing for Evil Geniuses, it is Demuslim.
Now I'm not gonna lie, Namshar. I actually would not be opposed if it was a PvP finals, because I think Mana versus Lilbo would be really fun to watch.
Yeah,
but on the other hand, I kind of want a not mirror matchup because we had a ZVZ finals for our other big tournament, right?
Right.
So even objectively speaking here, I don't really, how do I phrase this? I don't mind who wins, but I care who wins. Demuslim, though, by the way, once again, taking that slightly earlier gas. You know, typically you're looking at 13 to be like that average number of gas, but I mean, for this, it really, I'm wanting to see more out of it. Yeah.
They went for the 12-12, you know, consecutively. That's the right word. 2 games in a row. Just for the quicker Reaper, I guess. Well, I mean, he could keep mining gas, but it doesn't seem like...
The fastest time you could possibly get a Reaper outside of Cheese, though, the Mothership Core still times out with it. So I don't think it's for the Reaper. I would imagine the reason you do it, and this is because this is where it gets frustrating. Go play Terran and try to make stim, combat shields, and medevacs at the same time, and tell me how that goes for you. Like, it doesn't. So, I mean, a lot of the times for Demuslim to take it this early, it's not that big of a deal. But oh, he's only 2 workers on it, so never mind. I take all this back. It's gonna help him.
I mean, it has to be for the faster. Like, I can't think of anything else because it's like you said. Last game he went for the 3 barracks, right? So he's not mining that much gas after getting the Reaper. So it's like you said, the Mothership Core gets out, but
plus he hasn't scouted with the
really likes 12-12.
Yeah, well, it's like 50-50 which way to go. I mean, I'm not trying to say the Muslims build is inefficient or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. It actually has such a little impact, I feel, on the way this opens. But oh, did that Reaper really miss the probe? What is with Mana having the most ninja probes? Seriously, last game, this game, look at the vision. Seriously, hang on. Look at the Cloud of War here, guys, or the Fog of War. This is the edge of it right here, and that's where the probe is, right? Ah.
Oh, that's so close. Yeah, it's kind of lucky or sick, like, knowledge of Mana.
I highly doubt Mana's gone through and analyzed the pixel placement of every single Reaper that's ever scouted and been like, all right, this calculated is the spot to be. But no, he gets pretty sick stuff here. So the Reaper will come up here, and there's the Mothership Core as expected to wait and greet for this fine fella. But Demuslim once again going for that +1, and this probe is going to scout that. No, maybe not.
No Marines. Oh god. This is exactly what happened in game 1, by the way. Mana saw it right away.
But this is the problem. This is where a lot of that gas goes, right? Like, okay, probe dies, not the end of the world, but like we said, it scouts this. So now Mana's going to either be super prepared for a defense, or he might apply pressure before Demuslim himself can be aggressive. It doesn't take much more than like 2 Stalkers, Zealot, and a Mothership Core to just run Marines ragged in the early game.
Yeah, or Demuslim just doesn't do anything with it because he knows that Mana knows, but I think he's still gonna go for it because there is no real risk involved unless, you know, kind of like you mentioned, Mana goes for some, you know, super quick aggression with, you know, quicker gateways, a lot of Stalkers. Could be dangerous, but I think he's gonna go. Okay, he goes for stim actually. So he's not going for combat shields. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the same build we saw in game 1.
Well, I think this is precisely because it got scouted.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, the whole thing with like any sort of really attack, even on something that has such a defensive structure like a photon overcharge, the idea is to do it without being seen. Surprise element and all that. But Mana's going for the Stargate. This actually isn't that big of a deal for Demuslim though, because with 2 Raxes like this, Jock, and I hate to reference him here almost, because Joxy is just like, I don't know, I love Joxy, but he's not playing so hot lately. But Joxy's TVP at one point was just straight up the best. Untouchable. And this would be what he'd open with most games. 1 Rax with a reactor, 1 Rax with a tech lab on it. And it was more than enough to hold off oracles.
Yeah.
Actually, this is kind of a late Stargate when you think about it. I wonder what he's planning to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Like, I'm wondering, is this Phoenix Colossus, maybe?
No, but it's what he's been doing, right? He gets the Observer, and then he looks at the army of the Muslim. He makes the Oracle, and then when the Muslim's army moves out, he moves in with the Oracle. It's
Okay,
you know, it's kind of the mana. For me, it's kind of mana TVP trademark, but I think it's kind of cool. But we saw the Muslim, I swear, in game 1 on that was King Sejong, right?
Yeah. I guess I get too excited about the potential Phoenix Colossus because we were talking about Jakshi.
Yeah.
It was like the one build that would always beat Jakshi. Watching Grubby beat Jakshi with that was so disgusting the first time I saw it happen. But
oh my god, yeah, I remember that series.
Yeah. All right, so the Observer gets in here. Oh, that's right, you brought this up. I forgot you brought this because I remember he got away with like 5 health or whatever, or in the orange or whatever because of that missile turret. But
But yeah, I was gonna say the Muslim game 1, he went for 1 turret per mineral line. I think because he was expecting that late Oracle, but then now Mana went for the Colossus all in 2 games in a row. So maybe he got into the head of the Muslim so that the Muslim doesn't throw down those precautionary turrets now, or maybe he does. You know, we'll see if he does throw down the turrets. But if he doesn't, it's sick mind games by Mana. He's changing it up, like almost. You know, he played the same strat 2 games in a row, but now he's doing something completely different. And he might caught the Muslim off guard if he like forgot about it or something like that. But here comes the Oracle. He's not going to wait for the army to move out, actually. He's just going to go in right away and try to get some SCVs down.
Well, 4 right away is not bad. It keeps the Oracle alive, too.
Doesn't lose any HP either, and got a stem on some Marines, so yeah, not bad.
Yeah, he does get thrown on a turret, though, so this will limit the continued harass here. Oh, but if Mana's looking, it's a free SCV building a very important structure right here.
Oh, wow. That's so annoying. Wow.
You know what? Hang on, Zerg player. Let me tell you about annoying when you have like 3 factories and a barracks or whatever coming down, and like the Oracle comes by and picks off each of those SCVs building, and then you have to remember to put those back building. How's your drone treating you? You just like set and forget it, bro.
It's like when I get supply block, right? Just make 8 overlords. It's okay.
Because you've got a 4K bank. Because you're Zerg. Yeah, exactly. No, but. 7 workers dead. Not the end of the world. Pretty nice harass. The Muslims looking to push up here in the front a little bit. There is Colossus out, though. Or there are Colossus out, I should say.
No 4. Okay, there's. Sorry, I'm actually dumb. There's +1 armor finishing. I was going to say there's no forge, but I'm actually not paying attention. Yeah, blink on the way. +1 armor. About to finish. So Mana is just setting up to go for a 3rd base, but this is a very open map. So the Muslim has a lot of potential to do something about that 3rd base when Mana does try and go for it. He's gonna stim in 1 Marine forward to scout a bit. Sees 2 Colossus, so he knows kind of what's up.
Yeah, Marine gets fried alive. Rest in peace.
I would hate starport.
Okay, so there's like so many reasons to hate being part of a Terran army. One is like for everything friendly fires, right? Like anything could kill you, them or us. The other is like you always segment like 1 Marine off to scout because it's cheap. Like that's literally the reason why it's cheap. So it's like, are you that 1 Marine? Do you get totally screwed? Like,
Yeah, poor guy.
Ooh, I like this set of mana though. Twilight Council, or sorry, Temple Archives on the way. This was something we saw versus Marine Lord. The Colossus are okay at cutting it, but everyone knows Vikings and SCV pulls can end the game. Oh, this Oracle, by the way, up to 9 kills now. But once you get Storms out, a lot of that changes. Storms can really make or break a game with 1 or 2 good ones.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's gonna be nice for him if he can get those Storms out in time for any sort of push. The Muslim does have a bit of a timing window, but it's not that big. It's like 100 seconds now that he's got to attack before Storm is done. But I have to compliment Mana though, man. He's doing a good job with that Oracle. It's kind of impressive that he's able to get 9 kills like that, and then he doesn't really use this target for anything else. He just has the Oracle, does damage throughout the entire game, and now he's gonna scout with it for drops, and he's gonna be able to have Revelation and stuff later on, just keeping it alive. He's done a really good job with that. Going with some charge, getting +2 armor. What's the Muslim's upgrades look like? He should have 1-1, yes, but not. Wait, no. He has no armory. I guess he's just gonna SCV pull now.
That's the problem, right? Like, okay, so we talked about this with Marine Lord series. Marine Lord pulled SCVs into Storms and Colossus, and you don't see that work because the double layer of AoE is too much. He's calling the boys. Call 555 4955. And he's like, yo, boys, get over here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, he's got no follow-up, right? Like, no armory, no second eBay. He's on 1-1. Like, there's no follow-up plan for the Muslim. He's just gonna go for it. But it's this map, man. He's able to get a really good concave. But
well, I think more importantly than that, this map, he's actually able to spread, which is huge. Like, we're talking about concaves and whatever, but those Storms, man, you clump these units up, and Terran armies clump.
Yeah, Manus is gonna go into natural. He's gonna try and get a fight on that ramp. He does not want to fight in the open at that third base, so of course something necessary for him to do to move out that natural.
Can't wait for this like Templar to go to the edge and storm from the edge.
Oh wow, that could be nasty indeed.
Okay, this is really gonna be tough. I mean, this is all in from Demuslim, guys. He's not going for upgrades. There's no plan B behind. This is a lot of Vikings to take out these Colossus. Can they do it? Time, but those storms and the time warp are huge. A huge chunk of supply drops out for Demuslim, but he's also killing all the Colossus while this goes on. Force Field's gonna trap these units into the Zealots. Pick up with the Medivacs, does pick up with the Medivacs! Gets away from the Force Fields, and now the Force Field's working against Mana. But I think Mana should be able to hold. I don't know, it's still, the supply is too big of a difference. The SCVs are gone at this point.
He's got another storm. Yeah, that was actually, you know, initially very good for us. Yeah, then he picked up, but that was, oh god, rest in peace, fellow men, you fought brave. Oh my god, that was
we even had Zealots warped in while what's going on, by the way, or walked in, I guess, I don't know. Maybe the warpers have died. We weren't looking because we were looking at all the storms. The Muslim, man, mules are cool, but they're not that cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many SCVs dead now.
Mana just did everything he needed to deal with that SCV pull. He got that storm, like, you know, like we talked about, so quickly, and there was no ghost with this SCV pull. Normally, Terrans seem to like to go for like 2-3 ghosts with their SCV pull recently, but the Muslim just went for the, you know, high Viking count. I guess he was planning on landing a pre-storm timing, but he was way off in terms of landing a pre-storm timing. So Mana made sure to get that nice and quick, and he paid off. He held quite easily, and he's gonna try and end the game now. He's got a lot of charge lock.
These awkward Vikings are like, I'm looking for Colossus. There's no Colossus to be found. If they land, the Immortal kills them. There's just no place for the Vikings in the storms. Oh god, the storms. I'm like actually crying right now. Oh my god.
One more storm. Oh.
Yeah, GG. But not over. This is not a best of 3. I remind you all, this is a best of 5. So still another game to go. I do owe some people some shoutouts though. We got some very generous donations, and I do apologize. We got caught up doing a lot of things, and I missed a couple. So I've pulled up my email while this is going on. We're gonna host the next map, but instead of playing commercials, I'm gonna pay my respects here. So